There's another universe. Please make some noise. Give me a
Welcome back to Real Talk English. We're really glad you're here with us again. Today we're continuing our conversation about daily routines, but this time we're going much deeper into the details. Instead of short textbook phrases, we're going to talk about what a real day actually looks like for us, from the moment we wake up until the moment we go to sleep.
Exactly. A lot of English learners know simple phrases like, I wake up, I go to work, or I eat breakfast. But real conversations are much richer than that. When you can naturally explain your whole day in English, including your thoughts, habits, and little moments, that's when you start thinking in English instead of translating.
Right, that's the goal. We want to move away from memorized sentences and start speaking more naturally. So today, we're going to walk through a typical day and explain what we do, how we feel, and even some useful phrases you can use when describing your own routine.
And we'll also explain expressions that native speakers use all the time. Things like, I'm in a rush, I take my time, or I try to stay productive. These phrases make your English sound much more natural.
All right, let's start from the very beginning of the day, the moment when your alarm goes off in the morning. My alarm usually rings at 6:30 in the morning. The first sound I hear is that classic iPhone alarm tone. It's not exactly the most pleasant sound in the world, but it definitely does its job. When I hear it, I slowly open my eyes and just lie there for a few seconds.
So you don't jump out of bed immediately?
No, not at all. I need a moment to wake up mentally. I usually stare at the ceiling for a few seconds and mentally prepare myself for the day ahead. It's like my brain needs a short loading time before I start moving.
That phrase you used, mentally prepare myself, is actually very natural. It simply means getting ready in your mind before you start doing things. I do something similar. When my alarm rings, the first thing I do is check how I feel physically and mentally.
And what do you usually notice?
Well, sometimes I wake up feeling energized and ready to start the day. On those mornings, I feel motivated and focused. But other days, I wake up feeling completely exhausted, even if I slept for 8 hours. It really depends on the day.
That's very relatable. I think everyone experiences that sometimes.
After that, I usually reach for my phone. I know it's not the healthiest habit, but it happens almost automatically.
Same here. I grab my phone and start scrolling through notifications. I check messages, emails, maybe social media, and before I realize it, 10 minutes have already passed.
Exactly. Time flies in the morning, especially when you're looking at your phone.
Eventually, I convince myself to actually get out of bed. One thing I try to do every morning is make my bed right away. It only takes a minute, but it makes the room look much more organized.
You make your bed every single morning?
Yes, I try to. It's a small habit, but it makes me feel productive right from the beginning of the day. It's like completing a tiny task before the day even really starts.
That's a great phrase. It makes me feel productive. Even small actions can give you that feeling.
Exactly. It's a small win.
I'll be honest, I don't always make my bed. If I'm running late or in a rush, I sometimes leave it messy.
In a rush is another useful phrase. It means you don't have enough time and you're hurrying.
Right. When I'm in a rush, I focus only on the essentials.
After getting out of bed, I head straight to the bathroom. The first thing I do is wash my face, brush my teeth, and then usually take a shower.
Do you take long showers or quick ones?
During the week, my showers are pretty quick. I don't spend much time there because mornings are usually busy. I just want to wake up and get ready for the day.
I'm similar during weekdays, but on weekends, I take my time in the shower.
Take my time means not rushing.
Exactly. I enjoy the warm water, relax for a bit, and sometimes I just stand there thinking about random things.
Shower thoughts are real. Some of the best ideas come when you're in the shower.
After the shower, I get dressed and quickly check myself in the mirror to make sure everything looks okay.
Do you ever plan your outfit the night before?
Not really. I usually decide in the moment based on how I feel or what the weather looks like.
That's actually very smart because decision fatigue is real.
Exactly. Decision fatigue means feeling mentally tired from making too many choices.
Now, let's talk about breakfast. Ideally, I would love to start my day with something healthy and balanced.
What does your ideal breakfast look like?
If I had plenty of time, I would probably make eggs, toast, maybe some fruit, and a good cup of coffee.
That sounds perfect.
But realistically, my breakfast is usually much simpler.
Let me guess, just coffee.
Exactly. Coffee and maybe a banana or a piece of toast.
I love that contrast, ideally versus realistically.
Once I start working, I try to stay focused and avoid distractions as much as possible.
That's easier said than done.
Very true. One trick I use is putting my phone on silent mode so notifications don't interrupt me.
That's a great strategy.
I also try to prioritize my tasks.
Meaning you decide what's most important first.
Exactly. Otherwise, you might spend the whole day being busy but not actually productive.
That's a big difference, busy versus productive.
Around mid-morning, I usually feel the most focused and motivated.
So that's your peak productivity time.
Yes, that's when I try to do the most important work.
After work, I try to disconnect and relax a little bit.
Same here. It's important to create a clear boundary between work and personal life.
A perfect evening for me would include some exercise, a nice dinner, and maybe watching a show.
I usually prefer reading a book before bed.
Fiction or nonfiction?
Mostly nonfiction. I like learning something new.
Before going to sleep, do you ever reflect on your day?
Sometimes I do. I think about what went well and what I could improve tomorrow.
That's a great habit.
Speaking practice.
Let's practice a few longer sentences together.
Repeat after us and try to speak confidently.
I usually wake up early, even when I don't feel like it.
I usually wake up early, even when I don't feel like it.
I try to stay productive by focusing on my most important tasks first.
I try to stay productive by focusing on my most important tasks first.
Challenge.
Now, here's your speaking challenge for today.
Describe your entire day from morning to night.
Use natural transitions like after that, then, and later in the afternoon.
Try to speak for at least 3 minutes without stopping.
Don't worry about mistakes,
Focus on clarity and flow.
because fluency is built through repetition,
Through daily practice,
through real conversations,
even if you're talking to yourself,
especially if you're talking to yourself.
confidence grows in private first.
And then it shows in public.
That's how you level up your English.
One real day at a time.
Thanks for spending your time with us.
Keep practicing.
And we'll see you in the next episode of Real Talk English.